Alright, today we're going to talk about rates from tables and graphs. Alright, first we're going to look at a graph because usually it's easier to find the rate from a graph. So first we need to maybe look at some key points here and find where we know numbers. So I look and I know that here, that this is after 2 years, and after 2 years this tree grew 3 meters. So I know that from this graph, the rate is that this tree, or whatever we're talking about, it might not be tree, grows 3 meters every 2 years. So I could write the rate as 3 meters every 2 years in a ratio of 3/2. Alright, so now let's look at a table. So it's a little bit more difficult in a table, and we have time in weeks and we have interest earned over that time. So we're first going to look at the time, and this changed from 1 to 4, so that's a difference of 3 weeks. So that was a change of 3 weeks' time. After you find the change in weeks, you have to find the change in interest earned over time. So you're going to take $2.40 and subtract it from, or subtract from it 60 cents. When you subtract those two quantities, you get $1.80. So now you have the change in interest, which was $1.80, over the amount of weeks, which is 3. So you have $1.80 over 3. And now you have to see if that is the same throughout the whole entire table. So the change from 4 to 7 is another change of 3. And the change from $2.40 to $4.20, you have to see if that's another $1.80. So the change again is $1.80. Then from 7 to 10 is another jump of 3, and from 4.20 to 6 is another jump of $1.80. So the table stays consistent of $1.80 every 3 weeks. Alright, the last kind of table we're going to look at is an XY table that is just a straightforward graphing table. Alright, so first we're going to find the change in X and the change in Y. So the change in Y from 2 to 4 would be -2, and then the change from 4 to +3, so here I am, from 4 to +3 would be a +1. So we're going to write that change as the change of Y over the change in X. So how that looks is the change in Y is -2 and the change in X was 1. So we're going to use that to write an equation. How we're going to do that is we're going to have an equation like Y equals some number times X plus our Y-intercept. And our Y-intercept is going to be this value in our table right here of 0, 10. So that value goes there, 10. Okay, so then this number times X is just going to be this rate of change that we found above of -2 over 1, or just -2, because we know -2 over 1 is just really -2. So that equation should work for our table. So let's check it out and use it for one of the values. So if I look at 1, 8, and I do -2 times -2, right, times 1 plus 10. Is it going to give me 8? Well, hopefully it gives me 8. Let's see. So -2 times 1 is -2, and -2 plus 10 does give me 8. So this equation is for this table. So that's how I use rate of change to find an equation for an XY table.